Hi there, this is question 5 from the June 2012 Core 4 paper from Edexcel. I'm going to start off with part A, which asks you to find dy by dx. Now, because the equation has got both y's and x's in it, we're going to need to use implicit differentiation. If we do that, that means that if we apply the normal differentiation process to this first term, we're going to end up with 3 times 16, so that's 48y squared, and we multiply by dy by dx using implicit differentiation. The second one is made up of two functions, so we're going to treat it like a product rule, which means we'll need to do 9x squared times the differential of y with respect to x, and then plus 18x, so that differentiated, times y, and minus 54 when we differentiate the final term. What we'll then need to do is factorise any terms with a dy by dx. And I'm just going to move all the other terms onto the other side, so end up with 54 minus 18xy. The final part of part A is just to divide both sides by the 48y squared plus 9x squared, and that will give us the final answer for this part of the question. Of that fraction there. You may notice there's a common factor in all of those, and you can simplify, but it's not necessary for the marks in this particular question. Moving on to part B, asks us to find the coordinates where dy by dx is equal to 0. So if we look at our equation, if dy by dx is equal to 0, that means that the numerator of the fraction will have to be 0. And with a bit of rearranging, you'll discover that x times y would have to be equal to 3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to rearrange this one and substitute it back into the original equation. So for this one, I'm going to let y equal 3 over x. And if we substitute that back in, then we're going to end up with, first of all, 16y cubed. So we've got 16, and we're cubing our expression for y. The next term is 9x squared times y. So 9x squared, and then replacing the y with 3 over x. The final term is minus 54x. I'm now going to attempt to solve this one and find the values of x, and then find the values of y. This will end up being 16 times 27, and that'll be all over x cubed. Then we've got 27x squared over x, so that will just leave us with an x, minus 54x. You'll notice there's a factor of 27 in everything, so I can cancel all of those out, leaving me with 16 over x cubed, and then we'll end up with a plus x and minus 2x, so that will just leave us with minus x equals 0. I'm just going to multiply everything by x cubed, and we end up with that expression there. So x to the power 4 equals 16, and that means that x could be positive 2 or negative 2. Now if you remember, we had x times y equals 3, so in order to multiply positive 2 by something to get an answer of 3, then y's got to be 3/2. So it could be positive or it could be negative. And what we found there is we found the coordinates. And just to be sure that we get all the marks, write out your two sets of coordinates. Again, I hope that's been useful. Thank you for your time.